whatever it is, wherever you are. My name's Katie O. This is Moon Mama Musings. Welcome back to my living room, which has really weird light, and I've had to move my table so the light is here and not in my eyeballs for another astrology people for today, the 11th of October 2021, where we have a waxing crescent moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Guys, are you ready for a beautiful day? Are you ready for a beautiful day? I'm ready for a beautiful day. It's going to be fantastic. Do you know what's happening today? Saturn goes direct. Hallelujah. Yes. Okay. Saturn is direct at 9:17 a.m. Bangkok time. And this is interesting because the numerology, a 9 and a 17 breaks down to an 8, 9, 8. It feels like 2 steps forward, 1 step back in some sense of things. And you're like, I thought you said it was going to be a beautiful day. I'm like, it is. Just wait. Saturn is out of retro, so obviously that's making it a great day. Okay, it's a very good thing, but it comes along with some extra stuff that you might not have considered right away. It's like the idea of, I want to get a puppy. It'll be so wonderful, but you forgot that a puppy is alive and it requires a lot of work. Okay? Yes, you get a lot of fulfillment, a lot of love from that puppy. It's a wonderful thing, but you have to feed it and brush it and walk it and love it and discipline it. Okay, you've got to discipline it, and it's hard to tell a cute little puppy no. All right, you got to pick up its poop. You got to take it to the vet. There's all these things that come along with this. All right, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We're still moving forward. Okay, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But there are things that make us feel sometimes like, oh, I don't really feel like we're actually going forward. So yay, Saturn is out of retro, but Saturn is direct. It's that idea of like, that's so great, we're done a retrograde, but it's still Saturn, and Saturn direct is shitty just like Saturn retrograde is shitty. Saturn is the planet of karma. It's always hardcore, right? Don't worry, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. I'm going to keep on telling you this. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Yes. Dad has gone back to his cave to work on his thing that he always works on, right? He has to come out every so often to go and get supplies for this pet project that he does. But he's got to go. Yeah. So it's annoying when he's out of the cave, but it's also annoying when he's in the cave. There is a double-edged sword to this. Saturn retro comes out and forces us to work and balance our karma and do and be involved and sometimes retreat because they want us to be involved with ourselves, right? It's challenging. But direct is just constant maintenance. When Saturn is direct, it's about the day-to-day things in your lives that happen on the regular basis that just keep you in the direction that you're hoping to go on, right? Little boxes on the hillside. It's keeping the little boxes in order. You know, it's like when you organize your closet, it's great to have a million little boxes that all have labels and stuff, but you have to keep things in order once you put them in order. Otherwise, it's just even worse chaos. Because when you have 10,000 little boxes with little labels on them, but the things that are supposed to be in the boxes aren't in the boxes, that's frustrating. It's like people that don't put the things that they borrow back where they found them. You know, it's like you're going, yeah, of course you can borrow my hammer. Make sure you put it back on my workbench. But then you go back to your workbench one day to use your hammer and somebody's not put it back where it is. It's like, I don't mind sharing, but if you don't put it back, that puts me into an inconvenience, and that's a problem. So yeah, it's this idea that the constant maintenance can be as grueling as the challenges themselves. It's the idea of if you got your hair dyed in a very specific way and you're like, oh my god, it looks so good, but then you realize how much maintenance it actually takes to maintain that, right? Because your hair grows and the shampoo that you use makes it fade and whatever. I mean, yeah, me talking about hair when I've literally not had a haircut since 2008. And this is not dye, friends. This is just because I'm outside in the sun. So no, I don't really know what I'm talking about with this. But either way, it's like, you know that it's beautiful when you get your hair first dyed, but you're going to have to spend a lot of money on upkeeping it. You're going to have to go to the salon to get it done a little bit more. It's just 4:44 on the clock. There's work that needs to be done with it, and you need to upkeep this in order for it to look good. Otherwise, it just starts looking a bit ratty and unkept. Okay, so And whatever way you want to look at it, Saturn coming in direct is like, it's a blessing and a curse, because we understand that yes, it's not, it's there's parts of this that are fantastic because we're not being as challenged by the karma, because we've balanced the karma for this year. Remember, Saturn goes direct and retrograde every year, right? So next year we'll have a whole new chance to deal with karma. Okay, so if you've not dealt with it effectively, don't you worry, it'll be back. You know, but you just need to see what you need to basically do a self check-in right now and see what you've gotten to with this karmic balancing this year, and what is it that we have to maintain and manipulate constantly. You know, like having a car is fantastic, but if you don't get its oil changed and change the tires and put new windshield washer fluid in there, your car falls to pieces really quickly, right? If you keep on like throwing your wrappers from your McDonald's into your back seat, soon enough you can't see out your rearview mirror. You know? So put yourself wherever you feel. What else have we got? The moon is in a sextile with the sun. Okay? Our masculine and feminine are coming into harmony. A sextile is a beautiful, supportive energy. It's not necessarily an active energy. It's not going to create change for you, but it creates the structure for change. Okay? So our masculine and feminine are not quite on the same page, and this can be internal. For all of you guys, it is internal, but there could have external manifestations of it too. All right? But that we've discussed this. If you don't understand that, contact me. I'd love to discuss it with you. I do personal readings. We can do all this balancing for your masculine and feminine. We can pickle that. Okay. So the masculine and feminine is not quite on the same page, but the work is being done. Okay. So some of you guys just today, you needed some sort of an affirmation, and here it is for you. You wanted a sign. Here it is. The work is being done by both parties, the masculine and feminine, and this can be exterior as well as interior. Focus on interior first, but just keep in mind that it can be reflective in exterior circumstance as well. And you know my regular examples. You put yourself where it is. But right now, this is a progress report. We are being confirmed that the methods are effective. Efficiency is good. We are working hard. My nose is very itchy. Some of you who are readers, you know that when you channel, you get things like runny noses and stuffed up and itchy noses and all that stuff and whatever, ear ringing and all that. So confirmation. I've got the itchy nose. So guys, yes, confirmed. The methods are effective. Everything's going great. Okay? Don't worry. However impossible or improbable things seem right now, it doesn't matter. Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. Everything in its right place, and things are going according to plan. Don't worry. This is your sign. Everything's all right. You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay? The moon is also in a sextile with Mars. Okay? So baby steps, micro adjustments, compassionate action are solidifying the structures that we are working on building. Okay? And those are subconscious. Those are interior. Those are emotional structures. Okay? Some of you guys never wanted to deal with your emotions before. In the past, you were like, I can survive without feeling. All right? The structures you are now building, and this is an old energy. You've been working, like I said, the work is being done, right? So you are working on creating new healthy structures for your emotions, understanding that it's important to have emotions, but dealing with them in an effective way is also equally as important. All right? You might have done a lot of emotional work, but now guess what? You need to maintain that emotional work that you've done. You don't get to just be like, yay, I win. I'm going to go back to being a shithead now. You must maintain this. All right? Keep on changing the oil in your motorbike, whatever it may be. Our inner masculine has learned a lot and learned well from Saturn's influence, and it's happy to man the controls now. Saturn has gone back into the cave, and the warrior, or Mars, is going, I can do this. I can continue to bring the compassion into this energy. I can continue to bring the balance into this energy. I know that it's going to require work, but I know how to do it now, and I'm not afraid of it. All right? Not afraid anymore. What makes you sure? Mars and Libra might not be super comfortable. Mars and Libra micro-adjustments constantly and continually putting the compassion into our work. Might not be always so comfortable, but it has benefits, and it shows, progress report is showing that this is effective. It's showing you that this works. It's showing you that all of this is good. And this can be for anything. This can be so many things. Remember, the moon is still in Sagittarius, which means that we've got this little big things that are regards to the greater thing, scheme of things. You know, we might be realizing that a system that was put in place or a rule that was put in place actually has benefits. Even though we might not like this rule, we can see that it clearly works. And I know a lot of you guys, I'm hearing all of the different options that you guys are thinking about in your head. Yes, it could be that. I don't know. We're not there yet, right? We'll find out soon. We will find out soon. But I'm telling you that Saturn gone back to its cave now is it's and I mean Pluto has gone back to the Emperor's throne. Like, this is all, everything is coming into its right place, and it may seem a little bit uncomfortable, and it may seem like things are not quite going according to plan yet, but trust me on this. Everything is fine, and what we've been doing is exactly what we need to do. You are on the right track. If you're watching this, if you have found me, you are on the right track. And I'm hearing, even for those of you that were just kind of like, what is Katie doing with this crap? Or just like scrolling through YouTube, like, who's this crazy dreadlock lady? I'm going to listen to her babble on for 11 minutes and 4 seconds in the clock. And then some. Because trust me, I'm not done. If you found me, this is your confirmation. Did you need a sign? This is your sign. Everything's going according to plan. Continue to put the compassion into your actions. Continue to love and speak the language of the universe. Continue. Carry on doing what you're doing. Okay, you're doing fantastic. You're doing great. You're a beautiful, wonderful human being, and you're doing great. Or if you don't identify as a human being, you're a beautiful, wonderful, whatever you are. Okay? But you're doing fantastic. I love you. You're doing great. All right? Moon is squaring Neptune. So we are using discernment very effectively right now. Neptune might be going, look at this lovely dreams, look at these flowers, look at these pretty things, like, look at this Vaseline window. And you're like, look, sometimes I'm going to look at the flowers. Sometimes I'm not going to look at the flowers. You're really working hard to work hard, to do what's right and to be in a good place and to see things clearly. There's a lot of things working against you right now. All right, so if you still are looking through a Vaseline window, don't worry, friends. This is where you need to be. Remember, all is going according to plan. Mars has taken the control with the compassionate action, and you just have to continue maintaining that passionate action. We might sometimes tell ourselves stories that make us question our dreams, that make us question our intuition, but we're not buying into that. No, I'm hearing that there's been a blast from the past in our subconscious field. All right. So maybe this square is, you might have had a dream about something in the past that really challenges where you're at right now. You're asking yourself, am I in the right place? Right. But don't worry. If you take this balanced, passionate approach, or compassionate approach, rather, I'm hearing, sorry, not just, okay. Passion is one thing, but don't act too impulsively, right? We want to take the compassionate approach versus the passionate approach right now. Bring the compassion into it with Mars and Libra. And even though this thing is kind of throwing us off, we're going to be just fine, all right? The moon is sextiling Jupiter as well. This thing doesn't destabilize us like it once did. And we might be surprised by it, all right? This is confirmed that we're evolving, all right? We're everything that we've been doing is actually helping us. It may have been difficult. You might have had to make sacrifices, but whatever you're doing, you've been doing it right, okay? And yes, okay, maybe some of you guys are undergoing some heartache right now, I'm hearing. Maybe some of you guys are undergoing separations, and it could be very fresh. Some of you guys, you've been in a separation with something for a long time, and you're coming to terms with it, and you're actually coming into union with yourself. So you're feeling a lot better about that stuff. And it's been really hard to cut things out of your life that you thought weren't meant for you. But look, whatever it is, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Whatever it is going to come to fruition. We're all meant to be in the dark right now so that we don't fuck shit up. Because we're really good at doing that. Sorry for my language again. But we're on the right track. Everything is doing fine. All right. Venus is opposite the North Node, which means it's in conjunction with the South Node. Okay, the South Node is the past coming back. Yeah, the lessons that we've learned coming back. Venus in conjunction with it is integrating those lessons. We are finding the abundant, beautiful, flowing energies in these lessons that we've learned from the past. Like I just said, we're realizing how we have been doing things well. We're getting encouraged by the universe, and they're saying, here we go. All of these lessons are helping us move towards our North Node, which is our North Star, which is our destiny. All right? Destiny calls, I hear. Ring, ring. Who is it? It's destiny. And that's not the hooker you dealt with last month, okay? I'm talking the real, true North Node itself is on the phone to you, okay? Going, hello, will you receive this call? Will you accept this? It's that you see the iPhone screen with the very typical iPhone screen. Destiny is calling. Yes or no, do you accept the call? Do you accept the call? Do you believe that you've learned these lessons well enough to just accept it? Or does it matter at this point? Just answer the phone. Answer the fucking phone. I'm hearing. I'm sorry. Yes, it merits an F-bomb. Answer the phone. Just answer that phone. It's been ringing off the hook for ages. And honestly, your ears are, it's like you hear the ring even when it's not ringing now. Answer the phone. Answer it. Mercury is in retrograde. But it's nowhere to be seen since Mars kind of set it straight, right? Yesterday, Mars punched it in the face and went, right? So Mercury in retrograde has turned its tail, turned and ran for a second. It's hiding right now. So we are seeing things quite clearly. It's up to you right now, is what I'm hearing. It's really up to you. You have a choice to make, okay? You really do. Yesterday we went through the 1010 portal, and today you have a choice. And it's up to you whether you make it or not, all right? It's almost like I get this vision of you've got a pager, and the pager's been beeping constantly. Beep, 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 and you've been like, maybe you've been wandering the streets, and you know you need a payphone, right? You know you need to call this number back, but you've just not been finding one. Mercury retrograde, right? It's like you don't have the resources to make this to make this transmission, but you've not really been working that hard on it. You're like, oh, I'll call him back when I find the payphone. But you're like, no fucking hurry. You've been hearing the beep, 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 beep ringing in your ears even when it's not happening. And it's like you're walking down the street and you hear the beep, 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 and you're like, I'm not sure if I'm actually hearing it or if it's the one in my ears. And you realize, okay, no, it's actually vibing. And then as you look at it, okay, Destiny's calling you. Yeah. You go, oh, fucking hell again. And you look up and the payphone's right in front of you. And they're like, what's your excuse? You're getting the page. Serendipitously, here's the payphone. You've been not being able to find the phone, not having the resources to do what you're supposed to do for some time now. Here it is. And it's like you're looking at it and then the payphone starts to ring too. And you're like, this is so fucking itchy right now. All right. So Destiny is actually, it's man, it's been watching you on CCTV. It's been watching and waiting for you to approach that payphone, knowing that your excuse was all about not having the resources, right? And it knows the number of that payphone. And that's why it's beeped you and given you the chance to pick up the phone and call it itself. But it's like now it's Destiny is taking it into its own hands, and it's like, screw it. I'm gonna make miracles happen. I'm gonna make that payphone ring in front of you. I know payphones aren't supposed to receive calls, but I've worked a way around it because I've tried everything else to get you to freaking claim the thing that you ordered. Right? So now the payphone rings. Beginnings. 19. Oh, I love this. There's a snake in here. There's some beautiful flowers. 19 breaks to a 10. It's the completion of a cycle. Yesterday was the 1010 portal. Two energies have aligned with the completion of a cycle to come back together. A few days ago, we had the the emanations card with holding the world on its back, saying you're literally right there. Yeah, you're right there. It's the hardest part before the dawn. It's the darkest before the dawn. Adjustment, shedding, new release. You've passed through the portal and the door has been shut, and now you are starting something new, once and for true, and you're getting your confirmation from the universe that yes, this is meant for you. Yes, start that new thing. Yes, chase that dream. Yes, here it is. It's back for you because it's important. You're shedding your old skin finally. You've been making these adjustments that you need with Mars, and you're starting something new and releasing something old, and that's beautiful. And this could be many, many, many different things. That's up to you. What is it for you? Either way, it's almost like, look, half of her face is covered, right? So there's still this energy that we're not quite, yeah, I've got ink all over my fingers from playing with my pen. Sorry. It's the 5th video I'm making today, so yeah, it's, I've been playing with pen for a lot. You know how I play with my pen and I throw it all around? Yeah, you may have. I'm going to try not to wipe ink on my face, so I'm probably already have blue smears everywhere, but whatever. New release. Put yourself where it is. You've got this, there's still this place right now where half your hair is covering your eyes. Yeah, okay, it's like you still don't see everything clearly, right? Mercury is still in retrograde. But it doesn't matter because your third eye sees all, right? Kinship, 5. I just said, I was like, I don't know why they made me mention 5. Teamwork, connection, sharing, supporting. Yeah, you've got a lot of backup right now is what I'm getting from this card. What's hidden from you is you've got so much backup to let your hair down and claim this thing about this cycle. This cycle is coming to fruition now with that full moon behind and the sparrow in front of it. The loyalty is coming back into play. Yeah, and you've got all kinds of energies backing you up right now. You're fine. You are absolutely divinely protected and sovereign. 6, 5 and 6. That breaks to an 11. 19 is a 10. 10 and 11, we are progressing. 11 is an alignment number. Ascension, transformation, visualization, sacred. Yeah, your visions are absolutely sacred. The way that your North Node is calling you now, that literally the payphone rings. The payphone is ringing. I have to write that down. Sorry. Okay. Last but not least, let's get a couple of these. This is my bag of tricks. I made this myself. It's based on a deck from a lady in Australia, but I discovered this in during lockdown. It's still really hard to get stuff shipped over from Australia, so I just made my own. I will eventually actually order that deck from that woman, but for now, I'm just kind of running with the ones that I made. There's way more than her deck too. Like there's a couple 100 cards in that bag. Anyway, follow my knowing and back off. Okay, follow my knowing and back off. You know what you have to do with regards to that. It's like a couple of days ago there was a scissor energy about detaching, and you need to know if it was detaching from the separation that you've been in or detaching from the person totally. This is the same thing, is you need to follow your knowing about this urge to retreat that you have. Is the urge to retreat a real red flag, or is this just old patterns coming back? You need to ask yourself about that. You can't get questions. You can't get answers exterior with that. You need to answer that question for yourself. No ifs, ands, buts. Get moving and adventure. Yeah. Where's new begin? Okay, come on. Confirmation of everything that I've been saying. Confirm on the confirm. You needed confirmation today. You found this video. I confirmed it for you with the astrology, and then I confirmed it with you with my intuition, and then they're confirming with you with the cards. Okay, get moving on that adventure. Put that hot air right in that hot air balloon. If you're blowing a whole lot of hot air, put it to good use at least. Put it into a hot air balloon so you can fuck off on your adventure for good once and for all now. It's time. Get moving. Go. All right, go. Do it. Do it. It's time. One last one for shits and giggles. Respect. You've cried a lot of tears. Okay? You've cried a lot of tears because you had a profound respect for things that were happening, for the people around you. Yeah. But you've got a respect for yourself now. Okay? More than anything. And you're not going to shed tears the same way you once did. All right? Don't let the wounds of the past stop you from getting something beautiful. No. Okay? Don't let your fears hold you back because you'll never, ever, ever be able to get to your destiny unless you act in integrity but with vulnerability. You have to put yourself out there. There's no way. Nothing worth getting is going to come easily. You've always got to take a bit of a risk, okay? Be that fool, jump off the cliff. Don't be the jester, the court jester that just, this is fun. Let's play games and make jokes. Yeah, it's great for a certain amount of time, but are you just going to wear a weird hat on your head and dance around at people's demand for the rest of your life? It's time to let go of that shit. Okay, guys, that's it for me. So sorry for anything you're going through. If I made you feel a certain way, thank you for being a beautiful, beautiful being, lending your energy to the circuit that I hold so dear. I thank you to your guides, my guides, the ascended masters, angels, whatever energy have been involved in us finding these beautiful, clearly decipherable, easily found, whatever messages for our highest good, whether it be right now in the near or distant future. I love you to the moon and stars and infinity and beyond and back, and I accept this. I hope you do too, but if not, it's all good. We will catch you another time. Bye.